They pretending to be there for you, but in reality, they waiting on you to fail. Mm-hmm. They waiting on you to fail. Put that in the comments as you as you come on this video. They can keep on waiting. They can keep on waiting. They sitting back watching and pretending to help you, pretending to be there for you, but they really want you down. They really want you miserable, to be honest. They waiting on you to fail. They waiting on you to come crawling back to them. They waiting on you to say, I need you. That's what they waiting on. And the reason why you keep on winning is because of your perseverance. It's because of your ability to get up and keep going no matter what, no matter the opposition. It's because you are resilient. You are strong. You are powerful. You got God on the inside of you. And you know you can't fail. Holy Spirit ain't even finna let you fail. The Holy Spirit gonna make sure you get back up and keep going. Listen, these people waiting on you to fail. I had a dream. I had a dream last night. And it was this class that I was taking. I think I was in college or something like that. I was taking this class. And I had got off to a rough start. I got off to a rough start. In that class. And so my grades weren't looking like it was supposed to look. Like anytime it was time to take a test, I wouldn't even go in the class. I wouldn't even go to the class. I would skip the class actually. And I was taking all of my classes and excelling at all of these classes except for that one class. And it was a math class, by the way. But it was I would never go to this class. I would go to this class every now and then. And I was like, dang, should I just drop the class and not take it? Should I just drop it and just forget about it? And I was almost about to drop it. And then one of my cousins was in the class with me, and she was like, no, you might as well just ask her, can you start over? Like retake the test and all that kind of stuff, like relearn and come to, tutoring and all that kind of stuff. Ask her, can you do that? And so I did it. I didn't do it right then, but I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And what I did was we had class that day. So I was like, okay. And we had a test that day. I said, okay, I'm gonna go to this class. I had been skipping out on this class. I had been ditching this class and said I didn't want to go to this class because I had already got a rough start. So therefore, I don't miss the valuable information. So I'm gonna fail the test either way when I go in there and try to take the test. So that's why I was skipping out on it, because I had got a rough start. I didn't know what was going on. And so I finally said, you know what? I'm gonna ask for help. And that was something I was scared to do, was ask for help. And so we had class that day. I went to class, and I'm looking at my journal too, y'all. I had wrote down some stuff. I went to class, and let me see what I had wrote down. Oh, another thing why I was failing is because when I got off to a rough start, I was falling asleep in class. So there go that. But I came to class willing to start fresh, willing to just take it serious. And so when I was walking in the classroom, I see two of the people that been secretly praying against me, that been secretly waiting on me to fail. They were there, pretending like they were there to support me, but they were actually waiting on me to fail. They were actually waiting on me to give up on the class. And so I sat down and I raised my hand, and I asked the teacher to come sit with me real quick. And she sat in front of the table. It was a table that we were sitting at. She sat in front of me, and I sat down and I had a conversation with her. The whole class heard our conversation. Everybody in the classroom heard the conversation. I was asking her, I'm like, hey, we got out to a rough start. I got out to a rough start in this class, and I missed all the valuable information. So that's why I haven't been coming to this class, because I was afraid that I would fail at this class. And she was understanding and everything, and she told me that it was okay for me to start the class over. Like I could literally start the class over, and she would teach me everything that I needed to know so that I can get caught up. I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, I got a notification. I said, okay, cool. And so I wasn't afraid to ask for help. I wasn't afraid to have that conversation out loud. I wasn't too prideful to talk to my teacher and ask her for help and tell her I needed that assistance, I needed that tutoring and stuff. But these people were sitting back watching, waiting on me to give up on that class, waiting on me to start crying or something and go back with them. It's some other things that I want to talk about, but I ain't gonna say it in this video. But they were literally sitting there waiting on my downfall. The thing is, I swallowed my pride. I threw away my pride and I asked for help. I wasn't afraid to talk about my mistakes and what I had done, right? What I had done wrong and what I was willing to fix. I wasn't afraid of it. I wasn't ashamed of it, right? You know, a lot of people are ashamed of it. A lot of people are afraid to do that type of stuff. They afraid to, you know, speak out, ask for help. I'm not afraid to ask for help, right? So another thing is, they were secretly waiting on me to fail so I can come back crawling to them. But I was willing to push past the comfort because I wanted something greater. I'm willing to push past the pain, push past the discomfort, push past to the comfort, push past what I know to be comfortable. I'm willing to push past that and go seek something new. And that's another thing for you too. That's a thing for a lot of y'all that's watching this video right now. Like, you willing to push past what you used to go do something new. And these people think you're gonna fail. They think you're gonna come back to them like you done before. This go for family, friends, relationship, jobs. That's that cycle that your adversary done had you in all your life. That's that cycle that you always fall back into. That trap. It's a trap. Like I said in a previous video, the enemy want to keep you in a cycle, but God wants to elevate you. He wants you to keep moving forward. You're resilient, right? You're malleable. You're teachable. You ain't too prideful to learn something new. You can learn something new. You love to learn new things. And that's the thing about me. Like, I love learning new things. I love to open myself up to newness and not think I know everything, because I don't know everything, right? So that's the thing. These people waiting on you to fail. They waiting on you to show up like you did last time. They waiting on you to respond like you did last time. They literally sitting back, holding their breath, smiling and waiting for you to fail. But they don't know that they're going to suffocate waiting on me to fail. They're going to suffocate waiting on me to fail. Put that in the comments. So do something different. Continue to do things differently. Continue to show up differently. Continue to do what your haters think you can't do. They think you can't do it. But they don't understand it. This time you got God. This time is different. This time you finna thrive. You committed to thriving. You committed to moving forward. You committed to not going back to comfort, right? You're committed to being uncomfortable to get to where you need to be, because you know that growth happens in uncomfort. Growth happens in the unknown. When you get out of your comfort zone, when you step into the unknown, when you go into a different environment, when you surround yourself with people who are doing better than you, people that you can learn from, people that are willing to teach you stuff. When you surround yourself with those type of people, you know you're gonna thrive. You're gonna thrive regardless. So now you in a space where, okay, I'm gonna open my mouth and I'm gonna ask for help. I'm going to admit my wrongs. I'm going to admit that, hey, I got out to a rough start. Hey, I did wrong in the beginning, and that's why I kept getting stuck. That's why I was trapped. So let me do something different. You ain't afraid to do that. You ain't afraid to tell your story. You ain't afraid to ask for help. You ain't afraid to speak out. You ain't afraid to do that. And your enemies, your haters, they sitting back watching, waiting for you to fail. They monitoring you. Everything that you do, they trying to keep tabs on you. They trying their best to keep tabs on you. And they don't understand that, listen, they gonna reap what they sow. Your level up is their karma. It's part of it anyway. Now they got to sit back and watch you thrive while they don't even get to be a part of it. They wish they could be a part of it. No, they was a part of your old life. That old version of you that you used to be. But that ain't you no more. That's not me no more. Put that in the comments. That ain't you no more. That ain't the life you live no more. Them not the things you do no more. You don't participate in those activities no more. That's not the environment that you entertain no more, that you put yourself in no more. You don't do that. And so they sitting back pretending like they there for you, but they secretly waiting on you to fail. And so you got to move with wisdom and discernment right now. And moving forward, like, you really got to move with wisdom and discernment, because a lot of people will smile in your face and pretend to be something that they're not, pretend to be something that they're not, pretend to support you, pretend to be there for you, when in reality, they waiting on you to fail. They waiting on you to crash out. They waiting on you to go crawling back to them like you did last time. They waiting on you to call them and ask for help. They waiting for that, because that's what you did last time. See, they ain't never seen nobody actually change for the better, for real. They ain't never experienced that. They ain't never experienced somebody that change for real and never show up the same no more. They've never experienced that in their life. They always seen people show up the same way, doing the same thing, got the same mindset, still talking about the same thing they was talking about 10, 20 years ago. They used to that. But see, now they finna see real change, real growth, real elevation because of you. This is why you the example. You are the light. You are set apart. You are different from these people. You are so different. You are so unique. And so this is why they don't understand you. This is why they think something wrong with you, because you show up differently. Because you don't do what they do. You don't think like them. This is why they tell you think you better than them. You think you better than everybody. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You don't think you better. That's what they think. They think that. That's why they say stuff like that. Oh, you think you better than this? No, you think I'm better than y'all. You think I'm better than you. And they project their own insecurities and their negativity onto other people, thinking that it's going to make you fail. They project their own negativity onto you, thinking it's going to make you fail. It ain't. It'll never work. Put it in the comments. It'll never work. All they little witchcraft, they little sorcery, they little black magic that they got going on, it won't work because you divinely protected. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to do nothing but boomerang right back on them. Like, why don't they just give up by now? Why don't you just give up? Why don't you just throw in the towel by now? But they don't want to give up. They just going to keep on going. They're going to find a different way to do it. Excuse me. They just going to try to find a different... Oh, I repeat that. He won't go away. They're going to try to find a different way to do it, to show up. To trigger you. To get you out of character. To make you back down for what it is that you're doing. But you're too strong. You're too resilient. You're too committed. You disciplined now. You know that your success is right on the other side of your I don't feel like it. Your I don't want to. Your I don't know how to do it. You always find a way. Always. You always find a way out of your situation because you got God, and God is helping you. God is leading you. God is guiding you every single step of the way. So you can't fail. God is within me. I will not fail. Put it in the comments. You know that it's something greater for you. And so you walking by faith. You walking by faith knowing that God got something huge for you. You walking by faith knowing that God finna do something big in your life, knowing that your greater is on the other side of all this warfare that's going on. You know your greater is on the other side of it. And so you ain't worried about nothing. You ain't sitting over here boo-hoo crying, calling your past back, talking about, oh, I'm sorry. I just want to make it right. I want to come back. I want to make it right with you. I need you. I need you to help me. I need your help. I need blah, blah, blah. No, you dependent fully on God now. You're relying solely on God now. Because you understand that these people already done proved to me that they not reliable, that I can't depend on them. They're not true supporters. I can't rely on these people. And so let me go over here and do the will of my Father. Let me go over here and do what God done told me to do. Let me go over here and learn how to release these people, learn how to heal properly so that I can build a community aka a family of people who are actually there to uplift me, even when I'm uplifting, even after I have uplifted, motivated, inspired, encouraged them, and when I'm having my days, they are there for me for real. Let me go over here and build my own, all by walking in the will of my Father. That's how it works. That's why you have to go through a phase. You have to go through a season of isolation where you have nobody. You ain't got nobody. God show you everybody true colors around you. And after he done showed you them people true colors, they get removed out of your life. Boom. Now you by yourself. And guess what? Your time gonna come where you finally meet the right people that's gonna come in your life. They're gonna speak life into you. They're gonna speak to that person that God created you to be. They're gonna speak to the healed version of you. But people from your past, baby, they speaking to the unhealed version of you. They speaking to the broken you. They speaking to the you that didn't have no boundaries. They speaking to the you that they were able to disrespect. They speaking to the you that they could talk to any kind of way. The you that fell for that manipulation and gaslighting they used to do. But now you see straight through that mess, and they can't even speak to the person that you are right now. And so that's why you always bumping heads and going back and forth with this person. Why? Because they don't know how to talk to the person that you have become. They don't know this person that you have become. You unrecognizable. I told y'all that in a few videos ago. You unrecognizable, unreachable, and unrecognizable. These people don't know who you are no more. They know the old version of you, and that version of you is dead and gone. Therefore, anything connected to you is all they got buried too. That's no longer your life. Them no longer your people. God already showed you that plenty of times. Stop trying to keep people in your life when God already showed you that they can't be connected to you with where he is taking you. They can't be a part of your life. They can't be a part of where you about to go, what you about to do. You about to be thriving. Do you understand me? You finna be thriving in everything that God got for you. Smiling every single day. Doing what you love every single day. Getting paid to literally exist. Listen, I am living an answer prayer right now. Even though it ain't looking like I wanted to look just yet. I'm living an answer prayer right now. And I am thankful, I am grateful, I am blessed and highly favored, regardless of the warfare, regardless of what my haters think about me, regardless of what them people saying about me. Listen, I'm thriving either way. I'm elevating either way. I ain't out here doing nobody nasty. My heart is pure. My heart is clean. I don't be out here gossiping about the next person and then letting them come over my house and I'm smiling in their face. I don't do that. I don't gossip to one of my children about the other children to pin them against each other. No, I'm sitting down with them and we having a conversation together about our behaviors so that we can love each other, so that we can uplift each other and help each other for real. No, one thing about me, I'm raising a family that sticks together. I'm raising a family that prays together. I'm raising a family that is on one accord. I'm not raising no family that I'm over here telling my daughter stuff about my son and my son stuff about my daughter where I'm pinning them against each other. I ain't finna do that. I'm not doing that. And now my son looking at my daughter funny, my daughter looking at my son funny. They don't want to talk to each other. They don't want to communicate with each other. No, we're going to sit down and we're going to handle this thing together. And that's the thing these black families fail to do. They don't know how to do it. They so doggone toxic. You got the mama calling one child, talking about the other child, and now that child feeling some type of way against that child and then pretending to still try to communicate with it. No, it don't work like that. Because somebody gonna have their full senses, and God gonna be speaking to one of them people. God gonna be speaking to one of them and showing them stuff. Listen, I know a lot. God don't show me way too much stuff that go on behind my back. And that's the time for you to separate yourself from these people. Your toxic family cannot go with you to your next level. Your toxic family cannot be connected to you. They gonna treat you like the scum beneath their shoes. They gonna treat you like you nothing. And then smile and kick in cockeye in public around everybody else. Yeah, that public figure. They wanna be praised for what they do. But in reality, behind closed doors, they evil. They devils. They letting the devil work through them to work against their own children, their own siblings. The true colors coming out. Yeah. So when your family show you their true colors, believe that them people ain't gonna never become what it is that you need them to be. Ever. You gotta walk away. You gotta remove your presence. Get up, fold that chair up, get away from that table that ain't serving you. It don't serve you at all. It don't serve you no benefit at all. It's actually a detriment to where God is trying to take you. God trying to do something big in your life, but you're still trying to keep old habits, old patterns, old people, old environments in your life. It don't work like that. Get away from the people that secretly want you to fail. Use your discernment so that you can test the spirit in people. Test every spirit. I don't care how much you smiling in my face. I don't care how much you pretending to love, talking about you love me. I don't care what you show everybody else. I see the spirit that's working through you. I feel it. I hear it in your words. Your body language. I read body language. I'm not a fool. Okay, you can't fool me no more. That's the thing. That's the thing that people hate about me. That they can't fool me no more. That I see straight through their mess. I see straight through it. And you think I don't know that you secretly waiting on me to fail? You think I don't know that you praying on my downfall? You think I don't know that what you doing is witchcraft towards me and my children? You think I don't know that? Oh, I know. I know, and it's coming back to you. It's going to backfire. Period. In the name of Jesus, it's going to backfire. You reap what you sow. That's why I don't do nobody dirty. I ain't out here speaking no word curses over nobody. I'm not out here trying to do no demonic stuff towards nobody. What for what? I'm not even into that. I'm into self-development, learning how to become a better person for my children. I'm into getting in my word and deepening my relationship with God. Not none of that religious stuff that everybody else got going on, pretending around everybody else. I'm into releasing what's not for me and moving into what is. And people just simply hate me for that. And they're going to hate you for that. They hate you because you want to be better. They hate you for wanting and needing something better and striving for something better. Like out here chasing after better. They can't stand you for that because you're breaking that curse. You're breaking that cycle off of your life. That cycle that's been plaguing your bloodline for centuries now. You're breaking that. You going against the family bloodline. You going against the grain. How dare you go against the grain? How dare you think differently than how we think? How dare you show up and do something else other than what we doing? How dare you? You're breaking that curse. You're breaking that you're shifting the whole trajectory of your bloodline. You shifting it with the work that you're doing. And that's why they mad. Them enemies acting up in these people. Because you shifting the trajectory of the bloodline. That's why they call you crazy. That's why they say you need help. That's why they say something wrong with you. That's why they think you're going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because they cannot fathom, they cannot possibly wrap their small minds around the perspective, the level of comprehension that God has given you. They can't do that because they're not out here doing that type of work. So you got to leave them people where they at, leave them behind, let them get left behind. Let them be still out here doing the same thing that they've been doing for centuries, that they've been doing for years. Let them do that. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You go mind your business. You go flourish. You go elevate. You go glow up. Baby, because you breaking cycles. You are breaking cycles. You are shifting the entire trajectory of your bloodline, baby. And God is proud of you. I'm proud of you. And they mad. They mad. Let them stay mad. Let them stay angry. Let them keep gossiping. That's just extra energy that you know how to turn into something good to motivate you to go higher. You know how to take negative energy and shift it into something positive to push you towards greatness. You know how to do that. And don't nobody else know how to do that, and that's why they mad. That's why they upset. That's why they envious. That's why they jealous. Because you take that mess and you turn it into a message. I'm taking that mess and turning it into a message. Put that in the comments. That's so good. Y'all, your life ain't the same. Your life ain't going to be the same. You thriving now. You doing what God called you to do, and I am proud of you. You doing something big. Hold on. Sorry. Don't let him get in that water now. Put him like in the grass. But yes, you doing something amazing. And it's time to thrive. Okay? It's time to thrive. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Y'all, I just created a brand new guide that is called 10 Ways to Break Toxic Cycles and Step into Your Confidence. I think it's, hold on, let me find it. I ain't bring my other phone out here. Yeah, I'll leave it in the link below. I'll leave it in the description box. I'll also leave it in the comment section. So it'll be the pinned comment. But it's 10 steps to break toxic cycles. And what is it? Basically how to step into your confidence. How to walk in boldness, walk in confidence after breaking them toxic cycles. Because listen, a lot of y'all, a lot of us, I'm gonna say us because I've been through this too, but a lot of us get stuck trying to break them toxic cycles. We be so comfortable in that toxic cycle that when the time comes to try to break it and try to do something new, we end up reverting back. That's that toxic cycle that I was telling y'all about that the enemy like to keep us in. You end up reverting back because you're scared of the unknown. But listen, this 10-step guide is going to teach you how to break this toxic cycle. Okay, the toxic narcissistic cycle that you've been in with your family, with friends, with relationships, that toxic cycle that you've been in all your life. It's going to teach you how to break it from a faith-based standpoint. I got scriptures in there. I got affirmations in there. And it's like problem solution type things, type of technique that I got in there. So go get it, go grab it. It's free, honey. Go grab it, get all the resources, all the information you need. Okay, read it over and over again. Share it with somebody else, honey. Get that link, get that product, and share that link with somebody else so they can go get it too. If they out here trying to break toxic cycles, they out here, they the chosen one for their family bloodline. They the one that God chose to break the curses and do something different, shift the trajectory of their bloodline. Yeah, share that link with them. Okay. So I love y'all so much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. Yesterday, I uploaded a video last night, and I saw a lot of people were saying that it was kind of low. I think I was outside and I was making that video. That's a video from TikTok because I didn't record yesterday, so that's like an older video that I recorded a couple of weeks ago. So I had uploaded it yesterday since I had it in my phone. I'm like, okay, YouTube need to hear this too. Let me put this on YouTube. So I didn't record. I didn't actually like sit down and record a video yesterday. But yeah, that's why. I don't know why the volume was low. I don't know. Maybe it was the mic. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It got like 1,000 views now, I think. And so, I don't know. Maybe I need to like check the volume on it and see if I could adjust it or whatever. So like people that come in and watch it, I can like, they can hear it. But yeah, yeah, I love y'all so much. And go grab that guide, I'll put it in the description box below. It'll be in my stand store in the link in my description box, and I'll add the specific link, like the actual link, in the pinned comments. So check the pinned comments, go grab that. If you're trying to break toxic cycles and you're trying to move forward with confidence, you're trying to walk in boldness, you're trying to walk in your confidence, you're trying to find your purpose, you're trying to walk in your calling. And yeah, I love y'all so much, and I'll be talking to y'all in the next video.